Hello, my name is Kristen Rooney. I own Atomic Construction with my husband, Adam Galore. And as an attorney, I am a stickler for contract language. And I'm also a practical person, and I understand that most of you will not read the contract itself. It's important to do so that we have an understanding. However, I'm hoping that this video helps speed that process along and get you up to date as to what the next steps are, and also covers a few items that tend to be issues along the way, because I will tell you the end product and your amazing floor will be loved and cherished, and you will think it's incredible. Our guys are exceptional at what they do. I hire the best. Some of our crews have been with us for over 22 years, so you are lucky in that regard that you chose Atomic. Now let's go through the next steps. Thank you first for allowing us into your home and providing an estimate. Please read the estimate over carefully. If you have any questions, as the first line suggests, please do not sign that estimate unless it contains everything you spoke to the estimator about, or perhaps things have come up afterwards that you have questions about. There is a revision button that is available to you if it does not meet all of your expectations. Including in the estimate is, in fact, an expectation sheet. The expectation sheet covers some of the issues that we find along the way, not problems, but things that come up regularly in flooring projects that most homeowners are unaware of. The first one has to do with scheduling. Once you approve the estimate, pay your deposit, the schedule will call you and put you on the calendar. Your estimator can give you a very good idea of what our calendar looks like and provide an approximate time. And on that note, approximate times are necessary because this work is done by human beings, and human beings are not perfect. Sometimes they work a little slower. Sometimes they run into issues in the job prior to yours and were delayed a day or two. We schedule each crew according to the job, and so it's best that we don't throw some other crew on your job the next day. If they have that skill set and they're available, we will absolutely do so, but please be flexible with us in that regard. When we schedule your project, on the very first day, the installers will arrive between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. unless specific arrangements have been made. The window exists not because I want to be like Cox Communications, but I need to know that my guys have enough time to get to the various manufacturers to pick up all of their supplies and materials. Even if you provide your own materials, most often we're picking those up for you. If they're all at the house, chances are they will arrive during the earlier part of that window, but please allow us that window given what we have to do to prepare for your job. Now, also in preparation for your job that day is to please remove your personal items. Our guys don't want to move your laundry or your heirlooms or your child's artwork, etc. Please have them completely out of the area where we are installing flooring prior to our arrival. So when we arrive, one of the first things we do is survey the project in general, look at the product with you. If the installers ask you any questions, it does not mean they don't know what they're doing. What they're simply doing is confirming what the work order states so that no mistakes are made and no miscommunications are made. They may ask you which way you want the floor laid. They may ask you where the niche goes in the shower, etc., etc. Again, they're confirming what they already know, or it hasn't been made clear because the homeowner hasn't made that decision yet. All of those are normal and to be expected. Next, we're going to demo your floor. As the expectation sheet will tell you, there are dustless removal companies. They charge substantially more than we do. You are welcome to use them. Demo is a nasty, messy, difficult process, and if you want to use somebody else for that, that is a-okay with us. However, please know we do it every day. We will sheet everything with plastic. Again, please remove all small items because there is truly nothing that exists that is true dustless demolition. This is major construction in your home while your belongings are in there, and sometimes even while you're in there. We can use air cleaners as well if you have someone with asthma, etc. Just let us know ahead of time. They're quite noisy, but they do help keep the dust down in addition to the tools that we use. Now, once we've demoed your floor, we're going to see what's under there. I can tell you that we've seen pretty much everything. In fact, not that long ago, we demoed Sautil, very thick tile, very messy, very difficult to remove, only to find 5 layers of flooring under it. We called it the layer cake. That will require additional fees. We do not know what is under your floor, but if we have to do additional work, there will be additional charges. Believe me, we hope it goes smoothly, and that does not happen. There are other things associated with that that you need to think about. For example, if you are removing tile, or you're removing flooring and there's additional layers of flooring beneath it that have to come out, you will have gapping under your door jambs and door casings. There is nothing we can do about that because the flooring you're putting down is much thinner. Now, we do offer the availability of new door casings. They look great. I highly recommend you doing so. At least get the estimate for them. You'll probably be quite surprised. They are quite reasonable, and they look phenomenal with a brand new floor. As far as baseboards are concerned, please understand that 95% or more of baseboards in the state of Arizona anyway are made of MDF. They do not come off perfectly. We can remove and reset them. I do not recommend that. It does not look right. It never looks right. It looks okay, but it usually has extra caulking, extra paint, dings, dents, etc. on it, and it does not look wonderful next to a brand new expensive floor. Plus, the removal and resetting is the same price as putting up new base. Obviously, you have to buy the baseboards themselves, which we offer at very excellent pricing as well. More than worthwhile, and that's all I'll say about that. Now, when we lay the floor, that's when the good stuff happens. You will be amazed. I hire the best. My husband runs the crews like nobody's business. They absolutely are professionals. Again, they may have questions, and that's so they make sure they get it the way you want it. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call the office and reach either my husband Adam or myself. You're welcome to speak to Sierra or Sandy in the office as well. Now, when we get to bathrooms, we are not plumbers. We have a license that allows us to do basic plumbing, including removing and resetting toilets and pedestal sinks. If we are doing a shower renovation, we will hire a plumber out that is licensed. But as far as the toilets go, this is also in the expectation sheet. It is very, very common, particularly in older homes, particularly in Arizona, that the valves will break when they're removed. It is not due to negligence or mishandling by any of the installers. It is because they're corroded, old, and stuck. And if one goes, it is very likely that you need new ones in the rest of your home. The good news is it is not very expensive to fix, but you will be required to call a plumber and have that have the valve replaced. Then and again, that's in the expectation sheet. We talked about removing your personal belongings. Please do that before we arrive. And at the very end of the project, when you're super, super happy, please do understand our guys are very neat. They will dispose of all their debris, they will clean up, they will sweep your floor, etc. However, these guys are not professional house cleaners. I don't mean that with any disrespect. Just please understand that this is a major construction project. It is like open heart surgery is what my husband always says. So it can be messy. We will do our best, but if you're a neat freak like myself, I would highly recommend getting prepared to hire a professional cleaner after we're gone, particularly if you have tile demolition in a large area, particularly in the kitchen area. Tiny fine dust can get inside the drawers, and that stuff will last forever. Believe me, I have personally been through it. Now, I think that's most of the items I wish to discuss. You are, of course, welcome to call me. If any of this sounds very unfamiliar or you didn't know anything about this, please call your estimator first. Discuss that with them. Make sure it's covered in your contract before you sign it. After you sign it, of course, if you have questions, you're still able to call us. But we just don't want you to be left with a project that's not what you were expecting. We want you to be over the top thrilled. Thanks so much. We look forward to working with you.